Welcome back. Right now, senators on both sides of the aisle are calling for an investigation into TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. Their concerns don't include the viral dances and challenges on the app, but rather what they call the apparent deception of the American people. Now, Chief Political Correspondent Emma Withrow has more on these allegations against the app. And Emma, why are lawmakers raising the red flags tonight?
Well, really because experts in technology, lawmakers, and more are calling TikTok a wolf in sheep's clothing. Now, we've heard about the dangers of the app for a few years now, but new findings reveal much darker and concerning issues with the app. Take a listen to what I found out today. Senators Mark Warner and Marco Rubio of the Senate Intelligence Committee are urging the Federal Trade Commission to take a closer look at what's going on at TikTok. Their main concern? TikTok employees in China having access to Americans' private data. North Carolina Senator Thom Tillis raised concerns about this months ago.
China just happens to be one that we're most concerned with because they've exploited data. They're obviously responsible for a number of high-profile hacks. So we have to pay special attention to them. But Congress really needs to modernize policies that haven't changed since MySpace.
Senior Commissioner at the Federal Communications Commission, Brendan Carr, has expressed many of the same concerns, but they've recently been amplified.
And there's been new revelations the last couple of weeks from a BuzzFeed story that has internal communications from inside TikTok, its parent company ByteDance, which is headquartered back in China. And those internal communications say, quote, everything is seen in China. So that really sets some alarm bells off, not just for me, but for a lot of officials in Washington, D.C.
But TikTok says they've done nothing wrong. Writing on their website, quote, TikTok has never shared U.S. user data with the Chinese government, nor would we if asked. But Carr points out a hole in that claim.
And once data hits mainland China, there's absolutely no restriction on that data being used by the Communist Party to stay in power or to exhort foreign influence campaigns.
A national security law in China says if asked, all of these Chinese tech companies have to hand over their data to the Chinese security apparatus. North Carolina Congressman Dan Bishop is hoping Congress takes additional action to get to the bottom of this issue.
There have been so far internal agency actions to try to take TikTok off of U.S. government devices at the Department of Homeland Security and things like that. But we really haven't had major legislation. I think it probably is something that needs to be further investigated.
Okay, so what's the big deal? China has access to American TikTok users' data. So what? Congressman Dan Bishop explains the significance.
I think the answer is ultimately to recognize that people's data about themselves, collections of data about individuals, should belong to the individual. And companies should be able to get access to it only with the clear consent of the individuals.
And it's also important to note the experts say the data TikTok is accessing on your device isn't just things like your browsing history or videos you've liked. We're talking serious stuff like your Face ID, keystroke patterns, passwords, drafted messages, information stored on your clipboard, and more. No word on when or if the FTC will open an investigation on this. Back to you guys.
Yeah, a lot of people thinking about opening up TikTok now and thinking about what might happen.